If you're active duty or a veteran and you're about to PCS, one of the biggest questions you'll face is this: should I sell my VA home or should I keep it and rent it out? This is not just a real estate decision, it's a financial strategy decision. And I've seen this go very right and very wrong, depending on how it's handled. By the way, I'm Ryan Paquin, the VA loan coach powered by First Home Mortgage, and I work with military families every day navigating these exact decisions. So let's break this down clearly. First, yes, you are allowed to rent out a home that you purchased using a VA loan. There is a common myth that VA homes must remain primary residence forever, and that's just not true. The VA requires that you intend to occupy the property as your primary residence when you purchase it. That's the key. Intent at the time of purchase. If you later receive PCS orders and move, converting that home into a rental is completely acceptable. That is normal. That is compliant. And it happens all the time with military families. Now here's where things get important. Just because you can rent it doesn't automatically mean you should. So let's walk you through the smart way to evaluate this. And the first question is, does the property cash flow? That means when you subtract your mortgage payment, taxes, insurance, HOA, if applicable, maintenance, vacancy reserves, does the expected rent actually cover the true cost? If it barely covers the mortgage, but ignores maintenance and vacancy, that's not cash flow, that's hope. So the second question is, do you have the reserves? Being a landlord requires liquidity. Repairs happen, tenants move out, HVAC systems fail. If your entire financial plan depends on perfect tenants and zero repairs, you're exposed. The third question, what does keeping the home do to your VA entitlement? If you rent the home and keep the VA loan in your place, part of your entitlement remains tied up in that property. That doesn't mean you can't buy again, but it does mean we need to calculate whether you have remaining entitlement available, a down payment would be required, or restoring entitlement makes more sense. This is where strategy beats guesswork. Now let's talk about something that's often overlooked: accidental landlords. I see this frequently. A family receives PCS orders, decides not to sell because the market is soft or they don't want to lose a low interest rate, and suddenly they're managing tenants from another state. That's not inherently bad, but if you don't plan for property management, local contacts, and maintenance coordination, stress builds fast. If you're not local, you need either a trusted boots on the ground person or a professional property manager. Trying to self-manage from across the country rarely goes smoothly long term. Now let's talk about appreciation versus simplicity. Selling gives you clean books, restored entitlement, no landlord risk, fresh start. Renting gives you long-term equity growth, potential appreciation, possible tax advantages, additional asset diversification, and neither is automatically right. It depends on your financial stability, your long-term goals, your tolerance for risk, and your entitlement position. Now here's a mistake I want you to avoid. Don't make the decision emotionally. I've seen buyers refuse to sell because they love the house, and I've seen others sell great assets out of fear because being a landlord sounds intimidating. Run the numbers, understand your entitlement. Make a decision based on strategy, not sentiment. Another important point, the occupancy rules. If you originally purchased the home as your primary residence and later received legitimate PCS orders, you are fine converting it to a rental. But buying a home with the intention of never occupying it is different. The VA loan is for primary residence use at purchase. That line matters. Now let's connect this to your next move. If you rent your VA home and want to buy again at your new duty station, we need to look at remaining entitlement, income qualification, rental income treatment, debt to income impact. In some cases, the rental income can help you qualify. In others, the existing mortgage can limit buying power. This is why planning before you PCS is critical. Here's the bottom line. Renting your VA home after PCS can be a powerful wealth building move, but it's not automatic wealth. It requires proper numbers, proper reserves, proper entitlement strategy, proper management. When done correctly, it can accelerate long-term financial growth. When done casually, it creates stress. I've seen both. If you're PCSing and trying to decide whether to rent or sell your VA home, this is not something you should guess at. I see military families assume they can't buy again because they kept their home, or assume they can buy again without checking entitlement first. Both mistakes cost opportunity. If you want clarity on whether renting makes sense in your specific situation, then text RENT to 443-377-1589, and I'll help you break down the numbers and entitlement position before you decide. If you're active duty or veteran and want to use your VA benefits strategically, not emotionally, you're in the right place.